What's up? Listen, this is the Me Personally podcast. This is Bread Bag Jones. As today, right, we got a special. You can see where we at, right? We in the earth's finest right now, right? But before I go any further, I want you to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button, bing, because you want to be notified when I'm talking my ish. But this the Me Personally podcast, right, where I can't say nothing wrong. And if I did, I didn't. But as you can see, right, we got somebody today, right, special guest. Vibrant, eccentric, energized, all in one, just different colors, vibrating, different chakras, different energy levels, man. But I don't introduce people on this podcast. I always let them introduce themselves, man. But I got a creator with me today, right, so vibrant, right? And I just want y'all to just feel her vibrations. That's it. Just feel her energy and feel her frequencies. We about to build today. What we got with us, man?
I'm Natasha.
Period.
And I am happy, actually, to be here with you today. I was actually happy that you asked me to be on your podcast because I seen a few of your clips. And I was like, that's dope. That's dope. So,
I appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's live. So where can they find you at before we go any further? Where, on your websites, from your brands, to like every major website, where can they find you at?
On IG at Bougie B. So that's B as in Bobby, OOJIBEE at Bougie B. So I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and IG.
You can see it right there at the bottom of the screen. Man, that's live. Bougie B. I like that. That's your brand, right?
Well, my business is creative culture, nails and makeup. But Bougie B was a brand that I started building when I first became an entrepreneur back in 2010. I just kind of kept with that name.
Keep that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Bougie B, because
I really started that. A few people use it now, but I'm like the originator.
It's symbolic. I like that. I like that. Bougie B. That's why I like that. So we about to get into this, right? I appreciate you too, man. Just energizing this. So where you from originally? Where you from?
I'm from Cincy.
Born and raised here?
I was born and raised in Cincinnati.
Oh, that's loud. What part though? What part? Cincinnati big. So what part of Cincinnati?
I would say Winton Terrace.
Ooh.
Price Hill.
Winton Terrace, Price Hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
I kind of grew up in those areas.
Them two different areas too.
Two different areas.
Wow,
Two different jungles.
That's what I'm saying.
Two different jungles.
So you got two different, like, damn, that's like a steak and an egg, but they go together.
Yeah.
So you got sisters and brothers?
It's 5 of us total.
You the youngest, or where you fall in at?
I have an older brother who is in prison right now. Shout out, free my big brother.
Free big brother for
Yes.
sure. What's his name?
Amos.
Free Amos, man.
But he been down 12. He been down 12. Yeah.
Man, free him.
Yeah.
Please free him.
He go up for parole in 2029.
Man, we sending out straight energized and blessings and prayers, man, towards his way for sure.
So you got him, and then you have my big sister,
Okay.
Tamar, then me, and then my little brother Isaiah and my little brother Isaac.
Okay.
My dad is Haitian American.
I love that.
So
I can tell. Damn. So your upbringing,
very cultural.
man.
Yeah.
What is that culture like? Because I've never, like, I always wanted to understand that culture and really learn. Like, how is it growing up in that?
Well, my
culture?
dad came here when he was really young.
Okay.
So, I mean, by blood, you get it. But my dad is more Rastafarian than anything. So, growing up with reggae music, a lot of weed smoke.
Yeah.
My parents had like Saturday study groups.
I like that.
My mom stayed playing reggae music, burning her frankincense, cooking for the group, and they would study like different books and stuff.
So this ain't nothing new to you?
No.
You been big on nature and vibing and frequencies. Okay. Because a lot of people like me, right? Like, I've been big on it, but I just found it, if that makes sense.
Well, I had to find myself too.
Okay. Because I ain't grow up with that background like you. I grew up straight, like, I ain't know what they was Christian, because I bounced around a lot.
Yeah.
So I ain't know if they was Christian and they was Jamaican. I was with whites, Irish, so I got a lot of study, but I've never been around Haitians. Like, I know
it's
some.
Live.
I can
love
tell.
my daddy.
I can tell, man.
Me and my dad like this.
That's live, man. Shouts out to Pops too, man.
Yeah, shout out to my dad.
So your upbringing.
His birthday was just Saturday too.
Oh, happy belated too, Pops. Happy belated Earth Day, man. Happy belated. So with your upbringing being that eccentric, right? Navigating through them two different jungles, like, was it hard? being a woman, especially with that type, because a lot of people in Ohio, so say, don't have them type of backgrounds though. Haitian,
Yeah.
that's like, I mean, you got Jamaicans here, but like, hey, a Haitian, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's a deep rooted background.
Well, because that's like he knows where he know where he from.
Okay. So when you was migrating through the city, like, how was it growing up in Ohio?
Growing up in Ohio was, oh man, the jungle, for real, really the jungle. So even though growing up with like such a cultural diverse, again, I had to find myself. My mom is from America, so my mom went through her own struggles, which ultimately impacted my childhood. My mom did crack cocaine for years. So we went through that, you know.
Okay.
When my dad went to prison, my dad's been in prison. He was in the game for a very long time. So even though we did have that cultural background, I still was very much like...
Day-to-day life still.
Yeah, it was still
struggle.
like,
It's a
okay. I actually ran away from that a little bit. I was a little bit rebellion against that. I wanted to be with dudes who were like my dad. Not necessarily Haitian, but just in the streets.
All right, and that's crazy. That's what we, and vice versa with men. That's crazy, because that's what we know.
Yeah.
That's what we grew up around. So I know you done met a lot of men that, I mean.
Almost definitely.
Like,
shout out to my baby dad. He's locked up in the federal.
Free
He's been locked
free
down
baby
since
daddy.
2020.
Ain't been gone since 2020? Man, the jail system always get us.
Yeah.
For trying to provide though.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
always
what it
been the
be.
good people.
That's crazy, and
Yeah.
that's real. And the reason why I said that, because like, and I consider myself a great person, because all I did was try to provide. I never took from people. I mean, when they gave it to me and the way they gave it to me, I looked at it that way. But I always felt like this: an addiction is an addiction that somebody gonna chase, whether it's from you
Or somebody else.
or somebody else. So I feel like you still tax me because I don't pay taxes. That's what the whole thing.
It's all about taxes.
It's all about the bread and the taxes. If
Well,
I pay
taxes too, but it's also about you not getting your family situated. The drug game can really change
everything.
dynamics.
Quick, just
Yeah.
off, man. Cause I got like a 10, and man, like, and I could say, but I picked up. Like, I was a person behind the wall. It ain't about me, y'all. I'm just saying, because I can relate to that. But like, I learned when I was behind those walls. I learned mentally, man, you can still handle business out here. So I always had to control people mentally out here, and I'm not saying in a bad way, just keep people going, because people used to understand, like, if you can smile in there, why we ain't smiling out here?
Exactly. Yeah.
Period. And that's the
Yeah.
energy I give off. That's why I like that eccentric energy. So when you was navigating through that, I know you shout out to your baby daddy, right? I know you had some, if you want to talk about it, because I know like a lot of like your brand is wrapped around you,
Yeah.
and your story is what make you as a creator.
Yeah.
So I know you said you had some bumps and bruises on the road. Like, what's one of those big trials and tribulations that you overcame, obviously, but because I know an anchor in your life, so say, at that point in time, not now. What was an anchor that kept you back?
What you mean that kept me from?
Like far as like kept you, from, not kept you back, but I apologize. Just kept you from, because you know, we go through, like you said, you have to find yourself.
Yeah.
And we go through life. Certain people, they meant to be in our life, not necessarily to help us find ourselves, but find that person. You can find a person in a situation without finding yourself.
Yes.
So I know you've been through a lot. I mean, we was talking about it pre this, but I know it's like one of those roadblocks, because you seem strong, like you overcome anything. Like you seem like one of those people, you just, all right, this was happening, I'm gonna let this be what it be. But like,
I'm strong, but I'm a softie.
I know, because yeah, exactly. Do you got one of those, like, nah, could it be life changing? We could say life changing moments, because where you at now, this life changing.
My brother going to prison.
Big man, you want to talk about it?
My brother was shot. He was in a shootout, without getting too detailed, and he got shot and he almost lost his life. And I was pregnant with my son, which is 12 now. And my dad was in Florida, and my dad came to visit us. Just so happened the weekend my brother got shot. So just having, like, almost losing my brother, having my dad here and seeing how much money he spent on his case, and he still got an indefinite sentence. He got, you know, he's facing up to life. They can let him out in 25, they can let him out in 45. So that's what really helped me, like, look at me. And I went to UC, for criminal justice.
That's live.
And I was like, I want to save the world. I want to save my brother. I want to save my baby dad. But everybody around me was in this life. So it was hard. It was very challenging.
Damn, criminal justice. Damn, that was your whoa.
It was my major at UC.
Wow.
And I got pregnant with my son, and I end up I would have graduated. I didn't graduate. I ended up dropping out. Had my other son start doing the whole family thing, and then I became an entrepreneur, which probably one of the best decisions I ever had.
I was just about to say that, because criminal justice, right? To speak on that, right? Damn, I ain't even get that from you.
Yeah.
But now I get that from you. Damn.
I went to UC for 3 years.
That's dope, man. Like, you was really like ready to make a change.
Yes. And I still make a change. I still make changes through what I do, by talking to people and stuff like that. But
y'all see how powerful like affirmation is, right? She manifested that and was really going through it with it, right? But the Most High, now I ain't even gonna say alter. It just shifted her just a tad bit, right, to become who she is now. Like, and I'm saying this for the women out there first, and then the men, because a man can get motivated by a woman. Period. You gotta stop and think. When you open up doors, you let a woman go in first, right? Me as a man, I always believe in this. It's okay to let a woman lead when times. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're supposed to let that woman lead.
You know what that is?
Because
that's dope as fuck.
You're supposed to, because
that's a whole podcast in itself right there, brother.
Yeah, for sure. Because I believe in this.
That's a whole fucking conversation.
I believe in the power of like especially what you represent. Then I got a woman that's strong. Like, strong women still exist.
Yes.
They not just, and like, people get it confused with the, no disrespect to the BBLs, the fake, but people get the world misconstrued with that look, and they don't understand that the strong, natural woman still exists. I don't mind letting a woman lead, because that's what life about. A woman, we came from a woman.
As long as she know who she is.
Period.
Exactly.
Period. Yeah. Damn, that's dope, man.
And that's even, you just even saying that, not to get on a whole nother topic.
For sure, we popping.
But that energy is so fucking masculine. For some reason, the alpha male has an issue with allowing a woman, a strong, strengthened woman to lead at times. I don't mind far as like, and I'm gonna put my personal life out there because it's the Me Personally podcast, because like my woman right now, I put her back to school. She want to finish and get her, I think it's PhD, and I just know, me as a man, when I was doing what I was doing in the streets, I'm like, man, you know what? I'm about to invest in my woman. Boom, bang, go back to school. Yes. So like, while she in school, I don't mind taking on her role. This is her lead right now. So by any means necessary, I'm gonna make sure everything is so smooth that while you leading, because this part of lead. Yes. As a man, I don't mind. I'm not sitting back at all. I'm leading with her. And school is stressful too.
School is stressful. So as a man, why wouldn't I make your personal life unstressful?
Hold the family down.
Exactly, because
baby, let me do this.
I don't mind switching up and making sure that I do the dishes, and because the roles reverse, and I don't. And I'm not saying I'm the woman. I'm still the man of the relationship.
Most definitely.
But I understand that, man. Let a woman lead, because I watch a mother, and I get that vibe like, damn, man. When you said the criminal justice, right, that showed me how strong you is mentally, right, to even go chase that, because that's dope within itself.
On a bus, I was catching 4 buses a day. Listen, it was me and my oldest son, who graduated now.
The determination.
Graduated driving. But yeah, 4 buses a day to and from school, drop them off at daycare. I mean, I have a bunch of little stories.
Well, I love them, because this is the Me Personally podcast where like you can't say nothing wrong, and you never know. We gonna get to your brand eventually, but like your brand is wrapped around you.
Most
you
definitely.
are your brand. I wouldn't care if your brand was right here in the middle of these woods. You your brand. So what you've been through, it's people out there right now going through what you've been through. So us as powerful entities, because that's what we are.
You gotta share your story.
You have to, because part of being an energized person is you can't hold a jewel in that you have, that you got from life. Yeah. You give it away. That's why you got trees now. They grow. Yeah. You don't hold on to nothing. You give it away. You don't make people pay for something that they supposed to get.
Most definitely.
So like with you, like I never knew that. Like, and I take that, man, what criminal? Man, that's strong, because you the epitome of a strong black goddess, not a queen. I'll try not to say queen, because technically that's not our word. Yeah. That word came from overseas. I don't want, British, but we gods and goddesses. Yes. Just off the connection with that's why I love this episode, because this where I feel alive. No matter if I'm getting bit, I understand they don't know me yet. But I ain't tripping, but the sun itself is what make us connected. But like what you've been through, like, and I love that. Like, I genuinely love that, because now it ain't no interview. We building. Because I don't never have interviews on this podcast. I just love like ecocentric. But this the first of the first though. Because they tearing my legs up and I ain't tripping. But this the first of the first. Because it just show growth within me and you. And like, I love the inspiration that you got, because not just in the gym. Like I told her before they even filmed, she used to come in the gym and like since I've changed my vibes, my frequencies, right, I feel other people's frequencies in the gym, and it be so crazy where it's like, damn, hey, how you doing? You all right? Because you like to be around people like that, and I understand that the middle of the earth is reversing, it's basically going it's shifting.
It's a shifting.
So if you ain't shifting with it, you getting lost.
Yeah, it's definitely going like this. You got them and you got us.
What? And you starting to see it more.
Most definitely.
Because I peep this, right, and I'll understand this now and understand this. Like, I'm invisible to a lot of people that don't want to vibrate with me. So, it's a lot of people that gave me scissors at the beginning of a relationship, whether it was 5, 10, 20 years ago, that finally cut themselves from me. I've never cut myself off from somebody. I don't have to. I'm connected to what I'm supposed to be connected to.
Everything gonna fall off.
Period. And I learned that, like, we are trees.
Fall off and fall in line.
Damn, I love that. Y'all hear that? Fall off.
Fall off and fall in line.
Fall in line.
Definitely.
Man. So when we speaking of the vibrancies, right, for our big bro, we gotta eat. I feel like, personally, like, that's technical and touching to me, because I know a lot of guys behind them G-Walls, man, that ain't never gonna get the experience just this. Just the, man.
And yeah, for a long time. Yeah.
So, the expression, keep your head up, I like that. But keep your spirits and your vibes and your frequencies. Yeah. Don't never let nobody break them. I don't care about the name. I don't care about I did 10 in increments. I did a 4, came home, I was out for like 4 years, then went back and did a 5. Then I did a 10-month sentence because I kept dropping piss. Because I thought I was above the law. I ain't gonna lie. I was getting money.
You guys do.
And when I learned that, the way they hand out time, they give out time so crazy.
Like it ain't nothing.
So it's like, okay. So I start understanding time. Either you're going to make time your enemy or time your friend. Okay? Time really ain't real.
I was great saying.
So what I did with time, I manifested and just said, I'm going to go home and be this. I'm going to go home and do this. I'm going to go home and I did it.
You started to be intentional about how you were going to show up.
I love that. And I was consistent with it.
Yeah.
My thought process, and I challenge everybody out there too, right? We ain't skipping off subject. Be consistent with your thought process.
Yeah.
Like, if you really feel like you got something going on, achieve it mentally first. Always manifest it mentally.
See that shit clear.
And go for it. Because once you manifest it every day, it's going to come true. That's just like bills. I don't worry about nothing. Only thing I try not to worry about, I ain't going to lie, I do worry about, like, I worry my daughter. Like, because coming from, like, a background where, like, I used to disrespect women because I thought that was the norm.
You would kill something now.
Man, what? And I say this.
I'm glad you saying that.
And I
a
say
lot of
this
men need to know
to
that.
all the women out there, and I apologize mentally, physically, for everything I ever caused any woman out there, whether it was baby mamas from talking, because I learned the power of words. You can break somebody down to the point they actually start believing what you're telling them. Mm-hmm. And I apologize because now that I have a daughter, and I be around women.
You just want to build her up.
Yeah, and I mean that. So whoever tuned in, I say this, and I don't think I ever said this publicly, but I do me personally apologize to any woman, even if I ever just disrespected you out the blue. Bitch. No, I damn sure regret it, but I lived and I learned from it. You know what I mean? But like, because I got a daughter that's so vibrant, and like she loves nature, and I take that into consideration now when I look at women, because we come from women. How can you disrespect the plant? Without a plant, you don't grow. Mm-hmm. Period. Like, and that's just part of growth. And I love your growth.
I love my growth too. I've come a long motherfucking way. Okay.
So what made you start your man? That brand deep, man. Can you tell them the name again? Because it's gonna pop up at the bottom, man. Your address, all that.
So you can follow my personal brand page at Bougie B, at B as in Bobby, OOJI, B as in Bobby, EE. That's Bougie B. Or you can follow my business page if you love nails and makeup. I'm your nail tech, favorite nail tech. At Creative Culture Cincy. That is on IG, Twitter, and Facebook.
Right, this is gonna be at the bottom. Creative Culture. Listen, like
Culture Cincy.
That within itself, right? Because I feel like I'm a creator instead of an artist. I mean, I used to be an artist, but I learned this about this. Just how I feel, and this just you could take this way. I feel like a creator put something there for the artist to paint. I'm the creator. You're a creator, right? What made you come up with like that entrepreneur? Because you said it was the best decision ever, which I personally agree.
Well, it was already in me. Period. I mean, I came from a family of drug dealers. They were all entrepreneurs.
So nails and makeup, like.
I just chose to try to do it the legal way.
When you was thinking about that, right? Like, what's your thought process, business-wise? Like, everybody need that, because I know women right now, and I ain't saying it to be disrespectful. I know women out there, right? They kid could be hungry, and you might not have to eat hot dogs tonight, baby, because I'm getting my nails done. And that's the necessity for women. I used to be like, bro, why you get and women, it's something within women that I never question that again.
Yeah.
Because women will break their neck and nails to get that shit done. But why?
Well, you don't necessarily have to get, I mean, because it's really like a self-care thing.
Okay.
It's a way of a woman kind of expressing her femininity, taking care of her feminine care.
Okay.
And then, like, when you're a mom like me, you might want to get away from your children. You might want to get away from Bae for a little bit. Or you might want to send her to, you know, get that little spa treatment. But generally, it's because we like to feel like women. We like to take care of ourselves. This is how we express taking care of ourselves.
So when they come in there for that self-care, right, they get that same energy from every. Is it just you in there, or you got workers also, right?
Well, I've just moved into a smaller suite, so I just moved out of a bigger salon. It was me and a team, but now it's just me right now. Again, here's a pivoting moment.
But still, that's still one on what? But that's
because I'm going into homeschool, so
Okay.
it's I had to really consider my moves because economically I do financially take care of a lot. Well, I'm getting into homeschool with my kids, so I'm gonna be with my kids every day from 8 to